Okay, let's try this again. Let's see if we can get this going here and see if this actually works this time. All right, now you guys are coming in. I'm good this time? Hey everybody, how are you? I'm not getting comments on one screen, I've got comments on the other. All right. But you can hear me, so that's good. Until Facebook decides you can't, you can hear me. So I'm going with that. All right, let's, now I'm all discombobulated. Sounds much better. Okay, well, I switched to cellular instead of Wi-Fi, and usually it's the cellular that's no good in my neck of the woods. Hello, Adele and Dazzle again. So we'll give this a shot, and hopefully this will keep us going this time. So hopefully good old cellular will keep us up and going. Hey, Pat and the Peanut Gallery have joined us. Good to have you with us. Good to have you with us. Hey, Kath. All right. Well, I'm glad I sound better. I'm glad I sound better. All right. I got a few things for you tonight. Actually, I got more than a few things. Even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. There's a good quote from Will Rogers. Good old Will Rogers. Kendra is out. Kendra Scott has named a new CEO. This is the first person that is not Kendra to be the CEO. Kendra will still be on the board and will do the stuff she loves to do instead of being CEO stuff. What did she say? Yeah, she wants to work on... She wants to continue to focus on what I've always seen as the core of the brand. Great design. So this is important because this is why I like this article. Not because you guys are big fans of Kendra's products, but because, which I know many of you are, but because why she's no longer being CEO. So you don't always have to be the leader. You just need someone to lead. Okay? And so, with Tom, this guy Tom is now going to be the CEO. Kendra can continue to focus on what I've always seen as the core of the brand. Great design, strong philanthropic impact, and a continued commitment to our customer. That's what Kendra wants to work on. And that is important. So with that great leadership, she is able to do that. CEO of Kendra Scott. So Tom is now the new CEO of Kendra Scott, and Kendra Scott is now working on this other stuff. So she makes a whole bunch of stuff. She does jewelry and a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know all that she does. You know me and brands. I don't know brands. But she does a bunch of stuff. But the fact that she is leaving the CEO, the day-to-day running of the company, to somebody else so that she can focus on where she can have the greatest impact. Right soul in the right role, okay? And what got you to here won't get you to there. So, you know, what are you doing to grow your company to the next level, to level up, and to take your company where you want it to go? So that's really important in how that is happening with that. I've talked about this before with Amazon. Amazon is using their pay with your palm technology to move things forward. They're expanding it out of into more of their locations. So more locations of in-person Amazon places are going to have the pay with their palm technology, which is kind of neat and kind of creepy, especially when you get into how it pinpoints down to all the differences in your hand that make it unique and make each of your hands different. It's really kind of Big Brother, kind of creepy, all those data. I mean, granted, Amazon is already storing kabillion bytes of data on all of us, but, you know, I don't know, you know, that they know your hand is pretty kind of creepy. While we're talking about Amazon, their fearless leader, Jeff, announced he's stepping down. Jeff Bezos will transition from CEO to the role of executive chair of the board in the third quarter of 2021, and he's going to be succeeded by the guy who's running web services. But that isn't what's most important with this. Hey, Rick is here. How are you, Rick? Amazon, what Bezos said is so important, okay? What he said and how you think of that in your own business is what is so important. Here's what he said. Amazon is what it is because of invention. We do crazy things together and then make them normal. We pioneered customer reviews, one-click, personalized recommendations, Prime's insanely fast shipping, just walk out shopping, the Climate Pledge, the Kindle, the Alexa, Marketplace, infrastructure cloud computing, career choice, and much more. If you do it right, a few years after a surprising invention, the new thing has become normal. People yawn. That yawn is the greatest compliment an inventor can receive. When you look at our financial results, what you're actually seeing are the long-run cumulative results of invention. Right now, I see Amazon as its most inventive ever, making it an optimal time for this transition. Think about that, okay? I mean, he's considering what they're doing, okay? I mean, really, Edison, Bell, countless inventors before him, okay? And we do crazy things and then make them normal. I mean, that's kind of interesting. I mean, that is just really kind of interesting. We do crazy things and then make them normal. I mean, that is part of their invention. That is part of the magic sauce, the secret sauce at Amazon. It's an interesting look at it, and I appreciate that mindset. And the constantly reinventing yourself mindset. That is what's so important, is you constantly have to be reinventing yourself. I mean, this pandemic has shocked small business so much that you have reinvented yourself more now than you have in forever, however long you've been in business. But for Amazon, I mean, Amazon was founded in what, 95? 94, excuse me. So, still a relatively young company, and is continuing to look at innovation. Hey, Kelly's with us now. Great to have you here, Kelly. And that brings us to our friends at McDonald's, okay? And McDonald's strategic priorities for 2021. No worries, Kelly. Great to have you here. It's been, technology has not been our friend the last couple nights, but I think we've got it working now tonight. McDonald's has laid out their strategic priorities for 2021, and this is important because it lays out what's transitions and what's important to them, and what can be important for you. Okay, when you look at your business. Hey, Michelle, I'm glad it's working well this time. I did not want to go through what we went through last night with all the restarts. Okay, so what's important at McDonald's? Maximizing marketing, committing to the core menu, and doubling down on digital. Delivery and drive-thru are their key pillars of their growth strategy in the year ahead. But think about that. Maximizing marketing, committing to the core menu. Their menu during this pandemic slimmed way down. What have you slimmed down or changed in the menu of offerings you offer your customers? What is it? What should you be slimming down? What other things should you be getting rid of? Commit to your core menu. What is your core menu? Okay, to your secret sauce of success in 2021. So, get rid of the things that aren't making you money. What is your core menu? Okay? Are you a ladies' store and you have that little corner over there by the X? Or by the X? Do you have that little corner by the X that's got kids' clothes or something in it? Is that what's making you money? Okay? Or should you slim down to your core menu? Well, you can lose weight and eat McDonald's. There's been studies, not good studies, but there's been studies of people that have lost weight eating McDonald's, Michelle. The Filet-O-Fish was one of my grandmother's favorite, that I used to have to sneak her in to the when in her later years in life, when she'd be in the nursing home and such, I'd have to sneak her in a Filet-O-Fish. The Filet-O-Fish, and then the important news, the Inquirer and Star Magazine. I had to sneak those in to her. But, yeah, so those three things. Okay, maximizing marketing, so you still got to market. So McDonald's, everybody knows what McDonald's is, but you still got to market. McDonald's still markets, okay? And they can't shut off all the marketing. Maximizing marketing, committing to the core menu, and doubling down on digital. So digital can mean their apps and things that are and their website that are driving orders into the business. So whatever they're doing with that. But those three things are their keys to their success. These same types of things. I mean, I say it all the time. Learn from the big guys. They're spending way more money than all of us combined. Okay, McDonald's is spending on each one of these things more than all of us combined. Okay, that are tuning into this. Okay, so with McDonald's' brains and budget, okay, they're doing something right. They've been around longer than us. Okay, they're doing something right. So take something from this and think about how you apply that to your business. That's what I do when I read all these articles. I don't read them just as filler. I'm not looking to just fill in here. I'm looking to help, maximize things for you and take lessons learned from the big guys. Take lessons learned, okay, that they've invested in and apply it to your world. I like this quote. It's better to have a great team than a team of greats. It is better to have a great team than a team of greats, okay? And as we head into Super Bowl weekend next week, okay, we're less than a week away from the Super Bowl. Think about that. A great team, okay, rather than a star player, okay? It takes a team to make it happen. I loved, Michelle, I loved when we were at that conference at McDonald's University. I loved that. That building was amazing. Amazing. Absolutely unbelievable was that building. Yes, in Oak Brook, Illinois. That was an amazing seminar and an amazing building. I loved walking the cobbled bricks, so that, you know, the steps that you take aren't easy. Okay, the steps you take as a company aren't easy. They aren't meant to be easy when you're walking through that and you look at all that. And the steps that McDonald's has taken over the years are not easy. That was incredibly powerful. That was an incredibly powerful seminar and location. Absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely an unbelievable setting. Target has hit the bullseye, and this leads right into McDonald's digitalization strategy, digital optimization. Target's multi-channel guests, the guests that connect with them on more than one platform to do their business with Target in more than one way, spend 4 times as much as store-only guests and 10 times as much as digital-only guests. Think about that, okay? You know, that's somebody who buys online, picks up in store, orders online, has it shipped. I mean, they spend 4 times as much as store-only guests and 10 times as much as digital-only guests. You freaked out at Kitty's payroll. Wow. Oh, that's right. Kitty did a whole budget talk there. I remember that. As part of that seminar. She helped us work on budgets there, I think. That was a very good seminar. That was a very good seminar. But, you know, so when you're able to connect with your guests over multiple platforms, okay, and give your customers multiple ways to connect with you, they will spend more. Target says so. Target hit the bullseye. Okay? So that is important to be aware. Citing high volume, FedEx is announcing new surcharges. Okay? I can't wait to see you all in person, Michelle. You know I say it every night. I can't wait. And we will be together again, I can promise you that. FedEx is implementing new February surcharges. Okay? Who knew February was such a hot time? They're first hitting high volume shippers, people that had, during January, had more than 30,000 packages a week, is where they're first hitting it. Where they're hitting them with a 30-cent per package surcharge. But I can tell you other carriers are going to follow, and this will whittle its way down to the little guy too. So just expect shipping to get more expensive. That's really the lesson with that. Shipping will get more expensive. I can assure you on that. While I'm talking shipping, the cost of shipping a container of goods, and they're really talking about, there goes Chewy's free shipping. Yes. The cost of shipping a container of goods has risen by 80% since early November. So they're talking really things coming from overseas like China. I do mostly flat rate shipping. I do incremental shipping by order subtotal is how we charge shipping. Hey Ann, great to have you here live. Is how we charge for shipping. I've talked about that in my shipping video. Go back and watch October 27th. I think it was. Shipping. The cost of shipping a container of goods has risen by 80% since early November. Why does that matter? Okay, why do we care when you're getting your goods based on purchased and number of items? Based on purchase, subtotal, and number of items. I charge weight. I charge order subtotal plus number of items, I think is what my shipping is. I'd have to look it up again. I adjust it quarterly or semi-annually depending on what my actual costs were, is what I do with shipping. But why that shipping has gone up on goods from China matters is because that means goods at stores like Target and Walmart and others is going to cost more. Okay, they can't absorb all these shipping increases. You can't absorb all that. You have to pass the costs on somewhere. You have to pass these costs of shipping. So if every container of goods that's coming from overseas is costing more to get here, okay, it isn't long before you're going to see these costs passed on, which also gives you a competitive advantage. I think Laura was talking about it the other day when she was talking about another price increase for luxury items. I forget which one, Chanel or Gucci or somebody was having another price increase. But I mean, these price increases are coming for everyday goods as well. So, you know, these things will happen and they will have an effect, but that gives you a competitive advantage. When other people are raising their prices, it gives you an opportunity to raise, but not as much. It also gives you an opportunity to expose the quality of your items to a broader market and gain new customers, okay, who appreciate the quality, keeping things out of landfills, and the circular economy, and that you're not ripping them off. I'm going to save that. Hang on a second here. We talked, right, exactly what they do. They raise the price and then roll it back to a higher price than the original, exactly. I get so frustrated with Walmart, I hate going in there. I hate going in Walmart. I get incredibly frustrated at Walmart, so I avoid Walmart. But I go Target. Well, actually, I try not to. Here's another quote for you, and it really goes hand in hand with the winter seminar that we just had. To be authentic is to be at peace with your imperfections. To be authentic is to be at peace with your imperfections. And doesn't that go with one of the lessons we learned from Melissa is be yourself, be you. I mean, you know, those of you that don't know, that haven't met me before in person or had a long conversation with me one-on-one, okay, I am the same person I am every night as I am in person. I'm just Neil, you know, there's no any difference. This is who I am. But I wanted to talk to you more about that, as many of you are trying to ramp up or take the lessons you learned from the winter seminar the other day and start applying them to your business, okay? You know, remember, you know, you're not going to, you don't achieve this overnight, okay? Since we're just coming off January and New Year's resolutions, let me put it another way. You know, a lot of people start with weight loss goals or going to the gym, or maybe not going to the gym in a pandemic, but, you know, those types of goals at the new year. Okay, well, when you go to the gym, if you haven't been to the gym in a long time, you don't go and set the treadmill on hyperdrive. You don't go and run a half marathon on your first day out. You don't go to the weights and bench press 100 pounds on your first lift, one-handed. Okay, and that's a lot like the lessons we learned over the weekend at the winter seminar. You got to take these lessons and take them off into bite-sized portions and work on little bits, because little steps, they're hard, but they will get you where you're going. Just taking that first step. It's not about taking the next 100 steps. It's not taking the next 50 steps. Not taking the next 20 steps. It's taking the next step in the lesson. And then the next, and the next, and the next, okay? It is those steps that get you to where you want to be. It's those steps that have you become a marathoner, okay? Here we are in this pandemic, week 45, 46 of this pandemic. You know, we are getting there one step at a time. You will incorporate the lessons you learned this weekend from the seminar one step at a time. Don't try to lift the 100-pound weights on that first day, okay? You know, if you didn't do, you know, $1 million on your first live video, do your second video, okay? It is about doing and taking that next step. And, you know, being your authentic self, as was said. What else do I got for you tonight? That goes in that pile. Our friends at the SBA have updated us on some PPP stuff, so I just wanted to give you some updated stats on the PPP. So far on this round of the PPP, they've given out 72, really almost $73 billion so far. So that was $73 billion out of $284 billion. So, you know, it's about a quarter of the way there, okay, basically, in a few weeks. So that is good. Of that, the majority have been second draw loans. 67 billion of that has been second draw loans. 17 of that 67 is second draw loans with 10 or fewer employees. So that is good. Hang on a second, I had a couple other stats. They've approved nearly 900,000 PPP loans since it reopened. The biggest state getting the most PPP loans so far is California, with nearly 86,000 PPP loans and $8.5 billion. California's a big state, though. The biggest bank doing PPP loans this time around so far is Bank of America, in the lead with nearly 36,000 loans approved. Chase at 20,000, M&T Bank just over 9,000. Cross River Bank, which backs a lot of the online ones, has done 30,000 loans. But it's kind of interesting. Some of the Cross River Bank's done a lot of small ones, an average loan size of $24,000, whereas, you know, they're actually 10th on the list of banks because the SBA ranks them by dollars. And KeyBank, which has done only 4,000 loans, has done more dollars. So it is an interesting way that happens. and where that is. The most loans thus far have gone to accommodation and food services, followed by construction. Retail is 7th on the list. 7th on the list is retailers in the money, pulling in about 6% of the money, which is about what they pulled in last time. Retail. Accommodation and food services have pulled in 18% of the dollars, but they can also get longer loans this time, so that makes sense. Female-owned businesses have pulled in about a third of the money thus far, which is kind of interesting. So, just some current stats there from our friends at the SBA. If you have not done, you know, out of everything, if you are eligible for a second PPP or a first PPP, again, get your application in. That is the real lesson here. I want you to get your application in if you have not done so already. With about a quarter of the money gone, you know, I mean, yes, that still means there's 3/4, but, you know, I don't want to wake up next week and find another quarter gone or something. I want you to get your application in. So, that is the most important lesson. I've got, you know, I know there's a lot of other stuff, but the PPP is time sensitive. The, ERTC and such is not time sensitive, does not have the same time sensitivity. It has, if you are eligible, it has some good money out there for you, but it does not it is not as time sensitive. So know that. So that is important to know. So get on that. You know, this video and everything that I talk about, every night goes over to nards.org/resalestrong by noon the very next day. Noon, I tell you, it's quite amazing. That technology, that Cassandra and Adele that make it all happen, that get everything over to nards.org/resalestrong. And over to the YouTube channel, You're Not Alone Running This Store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when a new one drops. You can also share it with all your friends so we can get everybody, butcher, baker, candlestick maker, across to the other side. The YouTube channel is also great when you need to search something for a particular topic. I did that the other day for someone, and I was like, wow, this was really easy. To find the video that I talked about something in. I am here every night at More 8 Than Ish, live in the Nards private Facebook group. That's where you find me live every night at More 8 Than Ish. But if you have a question in between, you just email me, Neil, N-E-I-L, at ECIstores.com, N-E-I-L, at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night, with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program. Tonight we're on page 128. If you were not here at the beginning, our good morning is, good morning. Your worst fears about yourself only need a drop of attention and sunlight to grow quick and wreck your whole shit. Clear away those weeds. Take time to harvest your strengths and your joys. Water and sunlight to the best of you. Our good night today is good night. Doubts may grow as shadows loom. When you're alone with your thoughts, plant music, art, pics of the ones you love in the darkest corners. Have the fruits of your daydreams and rest. Water and sunlight to the best in you. With that, I give you this quote, too. So there's your graphics. Daisies, planting flowers there. 7.7 billion in the people. 7.7 billion people in the world. Don't let the opinion of one stop your growth. 7.7 billion people in the world. Don't let the opinion of one stop your growth. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. We will party again. We will be in person again. And when we can, I will be there with you. Yes, I will. But until then, and until tomorrow night at more 8 than ish, know that you, and most importantly you, yes you, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. It's time for dessert.